Welcome back to Ramsay Country. Today is Firewood Day. For the last 3 years, we rent this wood processor and we cut and split all of our firewood in one day. Basically, it takes me 2 to 3 days to skid all the logs in, and then I stack them up. We get this, we work it for 6 hours or so, and split all of our firewood. Frees up a lot of the rest of the year. We can hunt or shoot, do whatever else we want, but kind of just do it all in one day, take one day, and we're done for the year. So I'll kind of give you a little walk around to the machine and set it up. Right now it's in transport mode. I'll show you our log pile. I think this ended up being 30 trees, and we have about 115 logs. There's a few there that aren't stacked. There's a bunch there that are stacked, and a few there that aren't all stacked up. This is the machine. It's a Dyna SC-16. Pretty nice machine. I pull it with my F-150. But as I said, it's in transport mode. We'll have to fold these legs down, fold that conveyor out. See how many hours are on the machine, and we'll see how many hours. Like I said, there's our log pile. You can tell we had our logs here last year. It's kind of dirty from where we used it at my buddy's house yesterday. After we're done with it today, we'll take it and spray it off. There we go. So it has 171.9 hours on it right now. So that's our starting time, 171.9. So there's the setup. That conveyor isn't the easiest by yourself. We were supposed to start at 8, and it's a little after 8, so my dad should be getting here shortly to help me. Mainly be him and me. My wife will probably come out in a little while, but hopefully we can get it all done today, and maybe I'll get to shoot my rifle a little bit later, and I'd like to jump in and stand this evening. John Euler shot one last night. Watch that video. Nice job, John. Congratulations on your first video, dear. I'll actually put a link to that video up here. Or here, wherever it ends up. But I'll probably end up setting this camera back here where it ain't gonna get run over, and try to video some of it, and then just do a little fast forward of that for a little while. And then at the end, we'll see how big our firewood pile is. like I said, it should be enough to get me through one winter and hopefully a little more. Give me a head start on the next year. So we'll get all that set up and load the deck. I guess I'll explain a little bit how this thing works. As you can see, it's a little bit downhill, but we get some logs on here, it'll push that down some. The main thing you're looking at there is you don't want this to frame out this gap before that leg touches. Like I said, we get some weight on there. It's rained the last few days, so those feet will definitely go down in the ground. But you load your logs on this deck. This chain will convey it up into this trough, and that chain in the trough will run it out here. Run it out here as long as you want. That chainsaw will come down, cut it off, drop it down in here, and we have a 4-way wedge on it. And then the conveyor will drop it off. I always start with the conveyor a little bit low, try to get that pile on the back, and then throughout the day I'll raise it. And I would guess with the amount of logs we have, we'll probably end up pulling this processor forward. I just try to make a big pile, and then I'll end up pulling the processor forward 7 or 8 feet, and just keep adding to it. So that's a pretty good firewood pile for about an hour of running or so. We get a little higher, we'll maybe move the processor up, but now we have this pile of logs. Battery's getting low on the camera, so we've got just a couple more there. Might show you cutting one from the operator deck and show you what we have when we're done. Well, here it is, the end of the day. We've got all of our logs cut. Logs were over there, down through there. So here's our firewood pile for the year. Got it all folded back up in transport mode and hooked up to the truck. Ready to let someone else use it for a couple days. I think we've got a little more than 4 hours on it. $176.3. So less than 4.5 hours. I would like to see someone try to split that much with a regular log splitter in 4.5 hours. But just me and my dad. I ran the processor. He ran the tractor and loaded the log bunk. Well, this is the end of Firewood Day 2020. We put the 4.3 hours hours on the splitter. Total elapsed time is somewhere around 6 hours. We shut it down to move it forward once, and I shut it down a couple times to put bar oil in it. Had a couple logs that kind of got jammed up in it, but you kind of got to expect that every once in a while. That's operator error, but comment how many cords you think's here, and there's an equation you can use for loose firewood to give you a rough idea how many cords are here. I don't even know what to guess, honestly. They say that processor will do 2.5 to 3 cords per hour. I don't know if we get that much out of it or not. I'm sure what they advertise is perfect wood and perfectly straight wood. But be interesting to see just how much is here. But all in all, it went pretty good today. So thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time here in Ramsay Country.